Folks, equality for Americans just took a huge hit, and we got a first look at how puffy judges are going to drive a truck through regulations and consumer protections in the coming years. Yeah. The Sixth Circuit of Appeals just put the nail in the coffin on net neutrality rules, which would have prevented internet service providers from slowing or blocking internet traffic to some websites and speeding up access to others that pay more. Net neutrality rules were introduced by Obama in 2015 and repealed by Trump in 2017. Last year, under Biden, the FCC voted to reinstate them, but the three-judge Republican court just handed Orangina and discrimination a win. Net neutrality is important because it means a student in rural Kansas gets access to the same resources as a kid in New York City, and a small business can compete with a huge one. But it also means internet service providers that disagree with the ideas and opinions of individuals or groups or political activists can't block content from ever getting seen and voices from ever getting heard. Think service providers controlling what you see, what you buy, how you think, and who you know exists. Well, guess what, folks? The three puffy judges in this disastrous decision pointed to the fall of the Chevron doctrine, a 1984 precedent that SCOTUS tanked last year. Under Chevron, when laws were ambiguous, judges had to defer to government agency experts to interpret them. This meant that folks with lifelong specialized careers in complicated subjects were making sure laws were interpreted with our best interests at heart. Without Chevron, judges make those decisions, not experts. In this case, the appeals court judges were like, Chevron's gone, we're the men now. Sorry, FCC, you're not large in charge anymore. Inequality, come on in. The folks on the right who are thrilled to see the end of Chevron already opening the door to a regulation-free extravaganza argue that under Chevron, Congress just passed off the hard work of figuring stuff out to unelected smarty-pants bureaucrats who just really like gumming up the works so businesses can't make money. They'd have us believe that judges are balanced and fair and super trustworthy and just as smart as every single one of those industry experts combined. How hard could it be? And look, judges are never, ever, ever influenced by outside players like, say, Clarence Thomas, who likes to travel in style. You know, Ginny only flies on planes in the class that gives you those hot little towels to wipe your grubby, grifting hands when you board. Of course, Clarence and Ginny's jet setting is funded by billionaire buddies who would definitely benefit from fewer regulations if Clarence wanted to give them a little scratchy scratch in their sweet spots. But we can definitely assume Clarence would never substitute his love of camper vans for his lack of any relevant knowledge when interpreting ambiguous laws. And with so many courts showing rabid Republican favoritism, I can't imagine that giant corporations would be so nefarious as to seek out favorable courts to relitigate regulatory decisions that impact their bottom line. No biggie, totes fine for America. First, it's an internet where the richy riches rule the roost. Next, maybe some environmental or healthcare regulations get shivved. You name it, there's always a puffy Republican judge who can be bought to fashion things in your favor. Because according to the party calling the shots, billionaires are what makes America great. Well, Sixth Circuit of Appeals, have the day you deserve.